This is the dividing rational expressions assignment in the work standard module for the second trimester. And there's one little additional step when it comes to dividing rational expressions. And that additional step is you flip and multiply the second fraction. You flip and multiply. The reason that's done is, let's just do a simple example here. So if I say 1/2 divided by 1/3, I want to make the bottom 1. And so by flipping and multiplying, it makes the bottom 1. And we know how to multiply fractions. So this would be 3/2. Now we don't show the work that way, but that's the idea. All right, so after that, you factor, cancel, reduce, and then you'll have your final answer. So you see the ends will go away, and then you have 16 times 6 over 17 times 8. That's where I was going wrong there. I didn't see the 8. So 16 times 6 over 17 times 8. I'll show this one time so that you can just use an internet, really an internet search bar to do this. I'm sure it would automatically call up a fraction reducer. You ought to get smart and learn how to use the internet. Okay, so 12 over 17 is that answer. Okay, problem 4. We're doing 12 over 7 times 11r over 4. So the r stays where it is, and then you just want to cancel and reduce. You could have canceled the 12 and the 4. That makes the 3 on the top, 33r over 7. Number 6. So the rest of these will be for you to do, the ones that I don't do. Okay, so flip and multiply again, and then it is 3 over 20x. You should be able to see that without any calculator, that the 5s will drop there. Same way up here, you can just do the canceling like that. Okay, so 3 over 28b times b plus 1 over 3. So the 3's drop, and you have b plus 1 over 28b. Do not try to cancel the b's there. That's not how that works. The b plus 1 is different than the b. You leave them alone. Okay, so I did the factoring ahead of time, and the factoring is just like I showed you in the previous video. So it would happen that negative 1/7, if you ran it through the polycycle, would come out as the root. So 7x plus 1, 7x plus 1, and then the common factor, you can just figure out 5 times 7 is 35. Or think of it like a common factor. Either way, it will work. So 5 over 4 is the reduction. These become pretty easy once you can use technology to help you factor. And so that's what I did ahead of time, is I went and I did the factoring. And that's probably what you should do also, is just go and factor everything ahead of time. And then you'll be ready to do the flipping and the multiplying and the reducing. So 7 over 6x. Okay, so here 1 over 2a times 2a over a plus 8. And so the 2a's will go away, and we have 1 over a plus 8. Pretty simple. I'm sorry, I did that. I messed that up. This is a 2A there, so we still can do this, but we just have to. And so let me completely try that again. I wrote it down completely wrong. So it's 1 over 2A times 2A times A plus 8 over 8A. Okay, so the 2A's drop and we have A plus 8 over 8A. Sorry about that. When I do these videos and I get tired, mistakes shall happen by the old man. I always sense my mistakes. All right, so we have A minus 4 over A minus 4 times A plus 2 times A minus 5 over 1. The A minus 4's will drop, and we have A minus 5 over A plus 2. On 18, we have a whole heck of a lot. So if you want to just imagine that these are inverted on this side, that would be great. And then, you know, you're really canceling things that are in the same back and forth, I guess. So the 5b plus 6's would cancel because that's in the bottom. And then you would have the 8 would be on the bottom here. So you would have 2 times b plus 3. Oh, the b plus 3's would drop because those would stay there. So you would have 16 over 2 would be, the 8 would be on the bottom here, so it would be 2 over 16, so there'd be an 8 on the bottom and then the b minus 1 on the top. I did that badly, sorry. But you just have to imagine inverting these, so the b minus 1 goes to the top, the 8 comes to the bottom, and then cancel, and then we can cancel the b plus 3's. You could have canceled the 2's too, that would have been the easiest thing there. And then the 8, just, you're flipping this, so the 8 comes to the bottom, the b minus 1 goes to the top. Okay, same thing here on 20. Just imagine inverting these two. So those would go. You can do these because these don't get inverted over here. So I missed a common factor of 2 out here. So make sure you have all your common factors when you factor. So the 5x times x is not 10x squared, so I needed a 2 there. Anyway, so these 2's will drop, and then the 5x minus 1's will drop. Even when you flip them, they're one's on top of the other. So you just have an x minus 8 that's left in the top. It's probably better if you actually write it flipped instead of trying to. So let's do this last one. And I won't cut corners on this. We will write it flipped, and that's probably the safest thing to do. After, of course, you get the factoring correct. There it is flipped, and now we're ready to start canceling things. So x minus 9 times x minus 6 over 9. So the rest are yours to do, and it's really pretty simple, but I'm going to want them all completed, and I will always collect the work standard assignments, and you can get the answer keys in class. It's the only ones where I won't post the answer keys to online, and you can check your answers. If you show me that you've got it done, you can check your answers.